Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a shallow dive talking about a company called Bravenly. I wanted to bring this one up because while I was trying to put together notes for a Where Are They Now episode, I remembered the name of someone who used to be in itworks when I was in itworks, and she was on the corporate staff. Aspen, Emory, and her husband co-founded this company Bravenly together, and coincidentally, it is a health and wellness company that's also based in Florida. Itworks, if you remember, is the company we were both in. Now, she was in a corporate role, I was a little peon distributor, but we were both in Itworks about the same time. However, they launched in 2020, and I left Itworks in 2020. Interesting. When I was doing my notes for this company, something I thought was interesting is there was a top rep who was in Itworks when I was in Itworks. So they definitely knew who each other were, because a lot of times actually I can't think of any time this didn't happen, but whenever someone would rank up high enough, like think triple diamond and higher if you're familiar with the ranking system in Itworks, anytime people would rank triple and up, maybe even diamond, some people from corporate staff would be tagged in the congratulation post, and you get to go on exclusive trainings and whatever it was at the time. So they kind of have a general understanding, at the very least, of who each other are. Something that stood out to me, though, in comparison to a couple of my last shallow dives, was they don't have a company link in their bio, which I thought was actually nice. And I know we're kind of scraping for crumbs when it comes to MLM, but here's the crumb. I'm not clapping, but it's a crumb, because instead of companies like Monat or even Itworks having a direct link to the company website, like the public page, they don't have that, which to me is a good thing, because it shows they actually give a shit about their distributors. Because instead of the company taking money directly, they are making it so you have to go through a distributor, which is supposed to be the entire idea behind MLM, is having that personal experience with one of the reps. Now, I feel like I do remember some MLM somewhere at some point offered some sort of program where they would pull together all the sales and distributors from people who enrolled through the public website and disperse them somehow. I don't know that Bravenly does that. I would assume not, because they don't just sit here and advertise their page on their Instagram, which is actually kind of nice for the distributors. When I Googled this company, I thought it was interesting that the first thing that popped up is a sponsored post. Now, a lot of times when you Google things, especially companies, that company's link will be the sponsored post. So a lot of times it'll be the sponsored post by the company you searched, and the link under it will also be the company you searched. I've kind of noticed that pattern. But here it's a little bit different. So instead of it being Bravenly, when you post, like the public page, when you type it into Google, it says you're shopping with Born Brave. It doesn't give a distributor's name, so I don't know if this is a distributor's page or some sort of program that Bravenly runs, and it's like a team public version of the page. I'm not quite sure about that part right there. But one thing I know that MLMs don't want you to do typically is to pay for sponsored ads anywhere. Like, they don't want you to pay for ad space. They don't want you to like go on TV somewhere and talk about it. They don't want anything sort of like that. So if it is a distributor pushing themselves up in the algorithm by paying for an ad, I find that really interesting, and I wonder if that's allowed with Bravenly. And look what I found on their page. Another company using the word naturopathic. I find this really specific. I feel like they're definitely trying to target a specific audience. Obviously, the crunchy people, the crunchy moms, they're being attacked from all sides, because we've strayed so far away from, well, I guess just me personally, what I think of when I think of naturopathic, I think you're getting it from the source. I think organic or something like it. I think getting your nutrients from whole foods. I don't really think of poo-poo powders. So I think it's really interesting when MLMs like to use that phrasing, but they're selling poo-poo powders. So you have three options when it comes to this company. You can be an affiliate, which is kind of what MLMs are using to sort of disguise themselves, I feel like, so they can say that they have an opportunity where you don't have to grow a team, but we all know that's where the money is. You can become an affiliate. You can become a VIP customer, so a loyal customer, or and have some sort of auto ship set up, I'm assuming, or you can become a rep. I wonder where the real money is. I wonder what the end goal could be. I find it really sad that no matter what you choose, you're only getting a 10 to 30% discount on the products, depending on which one you choose. And 30% doesn't really speak to me for all the work these reps are putting in across the board in MLM. You're putting in so much unpaid labor, and sure, you get commissions, and 20 to 30% discount for the people who are basically working for free or less than prison wages, that's pretty embarrassing. That doesn't make me want to join. That doesn't make you different. That doesn't make you special. That doesn't set you apart from other MLMs. It's flashing your greed in these people's faces. But instead of calling you a rep or a distributor, they call you a brand partner to do what it seems like to me just disguise themselves further to be as far away from being an MLM as they can while still being exactly what I think it is, which is an MLM. And why would they want to do that? Could that be because people are waking up to what MLM is after the boom during COVID? And if they were transparent, would that scare people away? I think that's interesting. And I think that the founder having experience in the same company I did, I also find interesting. So here's the section where they say this group is for you, which is very reminiscent of when I was in MLM and we would get on the weekly calls, our team Zooms, whichever one it was. I guarantee I heard you at least 3 times where someone in some leadership position would tell us how we are in the right place at the right time. And we are meant to be here. We are destined. Jesus put us here. He put this opportunity in front of us. He led us to this. And in my experience, that is just so people don't click off and don't engage their critical thinking. And if you don't have experience in MLM, you might not notice things like this, that they just kind of sneak in subtly. Overall, when I was clicking around, I found the functionality of the website to be complete. I didn't enjoy my time clipping around it. And you know what, you guys, I do have my own Google site where I have my links and shit. But this website makes me irate. I don't enjoy it. And MLMs have enough money. They have enough funding to do better. And I constantly wonder why they don't. Okay, so unlike a lot of MLMs, they actually do have an income disclosure statement. And of course, it's going to make us all super shocked. Hold on to your seats. Surprise, surprise, most people make fucking nothing in this company. This is just what they're making. And I'm assuming that's commissions and bonuses together. Okay, so here we have independent brand partner makes up 28.28% of the company, and the brand partner monthly high, so like the highest anyone's gotten at this first rank, is $1,936.07. The low being 89 cents. That is a stark difference. And I think it's safe to assume that a lot of people aren't reaching that higher amount of money a month. The average being $71.28. Even if that was profit, that is not worth it to me for the amount of work. If you're going to go back and do a little profit and loss statement and then put in what your hourly would be, $71.28 doesn't make me want to even turn my phone on. It doesn't make me want to post. It doesn't make me want to do jack. Mostly because I know better now. But oh my goodness, 0.51%, the highs being above $45,000 and the low being just above $18,000, and the brand partner monthly average for this highest rank being about $35,000. That's insane to me. And of course, it has the amount of volume you need to reach these ranks. And you have to think about when they are saying you need 400 TGQV, what that can actually take for you to be on that higher end. You can't convince me that 400 TQ whatever the fuck, the volume, 400 in volume was the amount of volume the person earning the highest had when they were earning that highest amount. Does that make sense? So I would be more inclined to believe that 400 in volume has more to do with the lowest or the average, but nowhere near the highest. Hopefully that makes sense. These are confusing on purpose. let's move on. There's a product I want to highlight in here, and that is their Bravenly Fit Fuel. A naturopathic doctor being involved in supplements like this, I don't find very trustworthy, and I think a lot of people can already be sketched out when it comes to any kind of naturopathy, but I think it makes it even more of a mockery and makes people take it less seriously when you see a naturopathic doctor using their expertise for MLM. I think that's even worse, and it makes a mockery of crunchy people. This product retails for $124.99, and that's usually when you just buy it one time with these companies, versus if you do whatever their subscription service is, you get it for $112.50. You've got to be actually my dick right now. For how many servings? Let's take a look. 25 pathetic servings. Are you kidding me? Did Jesus bless this Fit Fuel? Is there witchcraft in here? What makes it so special? I'm going to give you a hint and let you know that, in my opinion, it's going to be nothing. Nothing is that special to be $112. I will stick with my plain Isopure. Thanks. It doesn't even have organic ingredients. I'm crying in the club. Is that the right way to use it? Oh my God, I just learned how to use a tap card the other day, if that just shows you my age. And also, I hated this when I was in itworks too, was the protein in the baggie. I hate the protein in the baggie. I know Isopure comes in a baggie, but I take it and I put it in one of those airtight containers because I can't stand it, because you put your hand in and there's almost no way to avoid inevitably getting protein powder on your hand when you're getting it out. I hate it. Please stop. Please stop with the baggies. It makes me crazy. The other one I want to talk about is called Brew Extreme. And my first thought was, is this going to be a competitor for the itworks keto coffee? Because she was in itworks when I was in itworks. And I think it's possible it could be some sort of competition to the itworks one. Now, there's claims to have more mushrooms in it, but they also have the MCT oil, and that was huge with the itworks keto coffee when I was in, and I do have to admit it was quite delicious, but I would never purchase that again because I will not be supporting MLM. And also similar to the itworks one, it comes in little packets, so it's easy to make on the go. But I don't think it's competitively priced in comparison to the itworks one, because this one, even at the discount for being a VIP customer with their easy ship, is $74.69. Who did the pricing out? Like, who honestly, $74.69? Let's pick better numbers. This is so strange to me. So this company has a page called The Science. And when you look on it, I think it's supposed to instill trust between whoever's looking at it and the company, and seem like they're backing themselves up with the science. However, they are talking about ingredients that are involved in their proprietary blend. So while the links that they're providing have some validity to them, that doesn't mean the links are talking about their products, because the products are made of proprietary blends. So you don't know, let's say something has ashwagandha in it. You don't know how much of ashwagandha is in that proprietary blend. For all we know, they could have had some ashwagandha powder in their hand and right over it, and that's how much is in there, and you think you're actually getting an effective dose. Another thing that you need to be taking into consideration if you're considering buying from this company or joining the company is knowing how much of something it takes to be effective. And if you're considering joining one of these companies, a lot of time it's stay-at-home moms, it's college students who don't really know anything about any of this stuff. They just saw that you don't need any credentials or experience. They'll literally take anybody with a pulse. And if you have ingredients like ashwagandha, you need to think about how those are going to interact with your medication and if those are good for you. Because again, you don't know how much is in there. Okay, so that is going to be it for this little Bravenly shallow dive moment. If you like this video, give it a little likesy poo. If you have commentary to share with the class, leave that down below. And if you super like this video, share it with your besties, and make sure you are subscribed so you get to see all of my videos. Thank you guys again, and I will see you in the next one.